Hello, my name is Laura. The purpose of this video is to give you a brief introduction to the Promoting Safe Clinical Practice policy at Cambrian College. This policy was developed to support students and educators in clinical settings. The policy looks like this and can be found within your clinical course Moodle site and/or your orientation package. It can also be provided by any course professor, your coordinator, or the dean. The position statement gives some background information about the importance of clear policies and procedures within the safety context. The policy clearly outlines the need for a systems approach to safety in the clinical setting. It also defines unsafe student practice for the purpose of clarity. The procedure is divided into prevention, identification, and remediation. Prevention of unsafe events is the primary goal of the policy. This section outlines a number of measures being put into place at Cambrian, including clarity of expectations, integration of key C&O practice standards into education, ongoing training for students, and encouragement of accountability in a safe environment. For example, the Clinical Practice Safety Expectations document is made available for educators to tailor to a year-appropriate level by selecting the relevant expectations for the clinical practice course being taught. It looks like this and is linked to the Entry to Practice Competencies, College of Nurses of Ontario, and Canadian Nurses Registration Exam Competencies, as well as our final clinical evaluations. Documentation of unsafe events is also completed for ongoing quality assurance. The identification section of the document identifies separate procedures for students who need to leave the setting due to an incident and those that can remain on placement. Key points in both situations include a clear discussion with the student in a private manner and documentation of the concern. Early identification of potential safety concerns is aimed at helping students grow and learn in a professional way. The remediation section of the document outlines a number of ways student learning can be supported. Some examples that would be documented on a clinical success plan include a demonstrated change in attitude or behavior, review of course material, extra time spent in practice lab, written assignments, or testing. Depending on the nature of the event, a critical incident form may also need to be completed. Remediation is aimed at supporting learning and is not intended to be punitive. Further details regarding the possibility of being unsatisfactory in the clinical placement, communication and tracking of events, and the process for continuous quality improvement are also outlined in the procedure section. For more information about development of this policy, please contact Laura Killam. For questions about the application of this policy to your clinical setting, please contact your clinical course professor, clinical educator, or coordinator. Thank you.